Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you all. I, too, remember what I would call the Battle of the Titans between Richard Tulisano and, I believe now, His Honor, Bill Wallenberg. It was really, I came in with Larry and with Representative Cafaro. It was really something to see, and I think it honed my appreciation for thinking these things through. Beyond that, I think probably others in this chamber, am torn. I'm torn on the decision I must make because of the horrendous deaths that some of these people have brought upon innocent people in the Pettit murders or when we dealt with Ross and those types of issues. I think if I had been there myself, I would have pulled the trigger myself on them. I mean, I'm being as honest as I can be. If I think I was there, I would not have been able to contain myself. But now we sit here in time to deliberate on this, and I have to think, and I agree that this bill is imperfect, as I think many of them that have gone out of this chamber many times have gone out of here with the specter of whether they were constitutional or not. And I think I've heard many times leave it up to the court. That's not what I'm doing here today. I want to express to everyone here that there are 289 post-conviction exonerations of people convicted of capital murder in this country who have been freed on DNA and other evidence that came to light after they were convicted, after they were already convicted and headed to, well, the gallows or wherever you may be. We have an imperfect system, and many of the mistakes we make as government, and we can all look around this room, have been here for some time, and well-meaning have created policies or have done things that haven't quite worked out the way we had hoped they had worked out. In retrospect, we might have been able to say, hey, we were wrong on that. But we were always able to go back and fix those things, start a new policy, put it on a new track. Unfortunately, when we are wrong in these cases, there is no way to put them back on track. I can't say that I can sit here and not listen to my friend, Representative Cafaro, the Honorable Minority Leader, and not feel that same anguish that he feels for the families and so forth. But based on the fact that we do make mistakes, and we have 289 post-conviction exonerations of people who were headed to the gallows in this country since the late 1970s. That doesn't sound like a lot, but let's face it, not a whole lot of people are going out trying to get people who have been convicted murderers exonerated. There's only a small group that does that. So I'm going to vote for this bill, even though it's an imperfect bill and I might question some of its constitutionality. We have processes to challenge constitutionality. So I will be supporting here today the bill. And as Representative Cafaro said, you can have nothing but respect for either side of this issue because I am torn in two on what's to be done here. It's my innate feeling that government makes mistakes, that we make them from time to time, and judicial branch is part of our government, and they can make mistakes in the trying of these people. And with those 289 post-conviction exonerations have convinced me this time, after voting on this a number of times, to vote for this bill, to repeal the death penalty. Thank you, Madam Speaker.